awesome. Dude, literally just did this just a second ago, and it's like there's nothing. Nothing on my side. And I'm just like, what? It says chat has been disabled. Ow. Chat has been disabled. Your stream looked dangerous as streets you rule. As the streets you rule. Great. A few seconds ago, the microphone is unmuted but has no signal. Yeah, well. Let's see. Why? Hey, what's up? It's like, trying to fix my mic here. It's like, why? Alright. Let's see. Hold on. Covering up the mic. Run, 2, 3. Man, I hate that nonsense. Anyways. Out of the freedom. Hey, what the? Out of the freedom. All I can say is this is going to be a short stream, guys. So, without further ado, hello! Ow. Hello. How are you guys doing this fine evening? Well, yes, I do hope you're all doing very well. All I can say is that we're going to be doing a short stream of Azur Lane. Indeed, as you see the thumbnail there. We'll be doing that good old stream in a... We'll be getting started immediately. Let me get that up for you guys, that is. Azur Lane is booting up. But we're going to be doing some digital drawing of Azur Lane. We're going to be doing some gaming of Azur Lane. Then tomorrow we'll be doing some Zenless Zone Zero. Dang it, dude. I really hate this nonsense. Like, really... Hmm. Whatever. The mic is just all lame today. Yeah, just change it up for me. That's all I'm doing. Alright, let's get that up for you guys. Get the intermission going. And display capture. Oh, I should have kept that going a lot more. Oh, shoot. Yes! Where else am I going to go with that? Oh, hello. I wonder who's doing that. Yes. Okay. Yes. I think she's doing with her feet. Yes, Taiho. Thank you. Lovely lady. Indeed. See, that's what I like. That's what I like Taiho for. This other stuff is great for pleasure, but you know. There's not much else you can do in a game, but other than that, all I can say is when a relationship, yeah, it matters about the person, what she does. I didn't mean to do that, but you know, meant to put her hand, her hand. What is this? Okay, hold on. Is that what it is? Who's doing that? So I guess we are, I guess. Alright, well, sorry. We're skipping. I don't want to really well, she must be a small woman. Just as... Okay. Oh my. A lot nicer, I guess. Okay. Let's see. Who else can go here? Sucks. Alright, well, listen. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I get you that. Different cats. Alright. Time to bring another minion. Kill the... sorry, who's dead? Just... Why is it always the brown cat? Where's the white cat, Dad? Well, when we get the pink cats? Oh, they don't have any pink ones. They're all gonna die anyways. Yeah, I remember reading on this when first introduced the cats. They said, "Be careful how you feed them." I'm like, "How do you feed them? You feed them other cats?" She's nice. Thank you, girl. Sometimes not always about the eye candy. You know what I mean? But anyways, good stuff. Good stuff. You know, if only Concole was open in the West, like open, like how Azur Lane is open. It's like, yeah, I'd play that in a heartbeat. Can't play my favorite game. What's this? Catalog? What's this? New arrivals? Who's there? Come on, girl. Let's see who you got. And I also got like this thing to draw on, so it's like, all right. Hello. How you doing, girl? Want to try the cookies I just baked? Are you referring to your body or referring to the actual cookies? Anyway, you need a reward after the hard day's work. I actually did do some hard day's work. That's why I wasn't streaming yesterday. I will make. I tried to make them your favorite flavor too. Are you referring to your body juices or your kisses, or are you referring to an actual taste? I hope it's not body fluids. Kansai Lane. Yes, that's my name. Goodbye. You're charming. Cool. She's very charming. What else can I say? A bedroom. New arrivals. Like, what did you... Cool. Let's actually go there. I do love the old school 30s vibe they're going for, even though there's like modern technology. It's like that's kind of like the issue with like Azur Lane. It's like, why would the people in this world want to stay at this technology? Now again, I get it. It's supposed to have like this type of charm to it. A 30s vibe type of charm. I get it, while still being in the future. I get it. I know. The story I'm working on, something very similar, but it's post-apocalyptic. So their technology level just it gets to this one. Know what I mean? Like it gets to the like they recover from the post-apocalypse, from like the apocalypse. So it's like when they get on their feet, society that is, they just happen to be at like the 30s type of vibe. Oh, hell, yes. Oh. Oh, hello. Why, hello. And contrary to belief, there was actually a lot of stuff like this in the 30s in terms of, you know, hmm, feed that to her. Be cool. Yes, indeed. Is that okay? I'm like, it's an iron cooler. Great. Whoa. Okay. All right. Don't even. I want like okay. I'm like, whoa. Oh, I'm clearly a vampire. All right. Bunny ears. Those are not natural. Oh, PlayStation. Wireless speaker. Trash can. Air purifier. Dude, this girl's living up. No, she's not. It's like, all right. It's kind of like my house. What's that? The heck is that? Ooh. You can't live in Florida without that. Look, people say they love the Gulf states, and they really don't. And what I mean by that is, people who say I want to travel to the Gulf state. I don't think you do. Not because of the politics there. I like, people like to be like, no, because the Republican states say, okay, well, no, I don't think so. But I think it's really just more so. What is this? Go away. Thank you. I think it really reason why you should. What is going on? Go away. That's for 30 minutes, man. When do we get to the drawing? This is a nice chill vibe. Yeah, we're gonna keep this on as I'm drawing. We'll go to another place. What's my gal doing, huh? Oh, nice. Chill vibes. Love it. Love it. What you got for me, girl? Is it dinner for me? Croissant. I was like, yeah, you mean crescent? I don't care. It's not, I don't care. It's like, listen. It's called a water bottle, not a water bottle. It's called, what else is it called? The British do. Oh yeah, there are other things the British get on us for, but it's like, yeah, no, we're not gonna talk about our acts, about the way we pronounce things until you fix the things that you pronounce. For example, it's not guac. No, sorry, no, it's not like I forgot what else to say. Say a Spanish word. There's a whole Instagram post on it, aka TikTok, because it's essentially like TikTok, Instagram. You like fine art? Like, girl, what? You like fine art? I know you art and you fine, but like, yeah, I see she has a big booty and some boobies there, but I'm like, oh my. effing fat. Dude, if I ever do get a girlfriend like this, her parents are gonna be like, no, they're totally like they probably won't worry about me. Like the dad will probably be like, he'll be gone in a while. It's like, and the mother will be like, what? Why? I'm worried about my daughter that he might bang her, might sleep with her. And the dad will be like, that f bomb will be gone that fag will be gone in a week. Only for me not to. And then when stuff happens, it's like, you know, like, sure, like, you know, if there's, I'm not stupid like that. It's just not in me to like do it before marriage. So it's like, yeah, I wouldn't do that. But you know, if I were to, dad would probably be like, I didn't think that biscuit had it in him. It's like, she'd be like, Dad, and he'll be like, what? You can tell when a. It's like, yeah, you were probably thinking that. I know. Ooh, are the knives gonna be an item? All right, whatever. I don't like Noshiro. She's a demon. Don't like her. Bye. I don't like demon girls. What's this? Bring out a new girl. I like Sirius. I do. I think she's great. Anything else before? It's like all epic, the music. Yeah, we're going back to get some nice chilling vibes. We're going to be drawing some late night battles. Aw, you're so naughty. Ambushing me from behind. You know, you love it, don't you? It's like, girl fine as you. You know I do. It's like, what? You know I do, girl. It's like, dang, you know, girl. Let's make some. Well, I bet you know what I mean. Make something, alright. Be back 9 months later. Not kidding. Interact? What do we do? Uh, cool. Is there a gift or something? Or. Nah, I like that one better. Anything else I can do? Like, you know, I know you look cute, amazing, and like, but like, oh. Alright, girl. But it's like, can we play a game? We can't play games? Like, what the heck, girl? The other girls play games. Private time, luxury, bedtime bliss. Alright. Do they finally add something super etchy in here? Oh. Oh. Look, this. Look, I am not married to a fictitious character, and even if so, that would be idolatry there. Oh my. That's great. That's great. Mm-hmm. Tamed at bedroom. Tamed at the bedroom. Let's go there. Pillow? No? What are we looking for? What's up, girl? You beautiful. I can say that. You beautiful, alright? Keep doing your thing. I don't care. Look, even if I didn't have a very beautiful girlfriend, I'd still be like, look, you being there, you just, the fact that you're just here, that's beautiful. Therefore, you beautiful. Alright, and it's the heart that matters, alright? You know. Yeah, looks are great. Can I plant it there? Unobtained. How do I obtain it? To find it first? What? Why do they call this cake? Honestly, like, why do they call this cake? Like, is it because it feels like cake when you're doing things to it, or is it because it's just cute to call a woman food? I mean, we would call these dumplings, I guess. Her dumplings. But then sometimes some people call what you would call cake dumpling. I'm like, why? Get your beat. Know what I mean? Say it at the wrong place, the wrong time. Air purifier. You know what? We're just gonna play games in here. I think that'd be great. File cabinet. I think it'd also be good too. Chair. No. Dude, I thought the thing was a vibrator. I'm sorry. I just like I thought it was like vibrators. Like, are you doing that when I'm not here? She'd be like, yes. It's like, you don't need to be so desperate. I'm here now. This game gonna finally turn etchy. We're gonna start doing some things. Black dragon. Sweet. She can also reveal her racial identity. Or is she just gonna? Because I think some people are gonna be upset. So look, I'm just sorry. I just don't think you're black. It's like I'm sorry. People be looking at me and me thinking like a white boy. I say I ain't white, Native American, but it's like, hey, look, like it's like yeah, no, you definitely don't look like you off the reservation. It's like, yeah, I get it, I know. Shut up. Look like gringo, you look like. Yeah, I know. Shut up, boy. Let me see now. Items. Obtained at bedroom. At bedroom or in bedroom. What is it? Curling iron, dump bells. Did I get that? It's speakers. Like a hunt. Girl, what you doing to me? Oh, we're gonna look at bikinis now? Mirror, huh? Dude, it's always an Easter egg hunt with you girls. At bedroom. Okay, got it. What else is there? I know there's like portraits over here, so I guess we gotta look at those. Got luggage. What's this? Three things. Luggage. Already got that. I'm tired. Want to get to the drawing session. Doing a thumbnail. You guys will watch. You play a game? You play a game, girl? Interact. Yes, can we put... yeah, yum. Boobies, yes. Oh, No, 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 you're not supposed to turn around, girl. It's like, hmm. And if a woman's spending this much time giving you the visuals, like, you must be married and trying to spice things up, or is she wanting something from you? It's like, come on, stop being that GAY. Want some head pats? Oh, that's cool. What you got? Come on, girl. Let's go back. That's all you do? Can we play a game? This is annoying. I'm gonna have to ask for help. New Jersey. What's with the yarn? The yarn. It's a present. More precisely, a present I'm in the middle of making. It's not officially ready yet, but I swear, I it'll warm you up better than the sun because it's a blessing from the Black Dragon herself. Awesome. What's up, girl? I got you this. Now, some good bunnies. Give you this. Oh, she likes it. Preferred. Have enough. Shut up. My girl gets everything, alright? Oh, yes. Story unlocked? Yes. Girl, you about to receive everything. Yeah, I have no idea what's in there. Oh, son of a gun. Oh, what? Okay, what's going on? Okay. Oh, honey, you scare me. You're so Are you curious about them? What, your ears can come off? Then you should try them on too. Y yes. Yeah. Oh my. Yes. Wow, it actually super fits you. It fits you super well. So they're always fake ears. Yes, that's my honey. You're so charming. It's like, indeed, girl. That's my girl, all right. Is it here? Let's go. Is it here? No, 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 no. It's at the bedroom where you had to connect those things. Alright. I don't like this music. I'm sorry. Sucks. At cafe. Let's go. Better be freaking at the cafe, girl. Make me do Easter egg hunts for nothing. Best be at the cafe. Alright, I'm getting sick myself. I think she's fine. I think she's wonderful. Fictitious character, yes indeed. Not a fan of this music. We can play games. Oh, the other characters play games. The other girls. I mean, other people play games. Dance, yes. I'd rather dance with you, girl. Oh! Snap a picture of New Jersey. Yes. Son of a gun. Okay, wow. Didn't do anything. Score? 0. 0. Exit. I'm done. Beautiful. Beautiful girl. Gotta get going, though. My peoples need me. This is good. Oh, I mean nothing. Anyways, welcome. Forget all the little things. Have a drink and take it easy. Say yes, thank you. No offense. I did not like that experience. I'm sorry. I just did not like that experience. I'm like, no, 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 no. I don't really like bars. Too loud, anyways. All right, girl. Ugh. All right. Altering this person's art. Wanted to put my face here and another. No, YouTube. Right there. Put my face over here. Let's see. Let's get the 5-0. Bam! Yeah, that ought to do. I think that's good. That's what I'll do. Make that bigger. That's really good. I like that jazz, that type of thing there. Whoever did this face was probably doing it at an angle. That's fine. Smearing it all. Gotta make it all the way out to Long Beach, California, that is. You know, Southern California, so of course I'm in Long Beach. I would need to be in Long Beach. Yeah. hmm That's what he was saying. Yeah, the skull would be like that, yeah. Nah, it wouldn't be that way. The ear would come down a lot more. Yeah, it would go a little bit past that. At least each individual is a little bit differently, but it would go out to like that, right? So if it's a side view, but to be honest, I don't think it is that much of a side view. I think it's like that. Why would you do it that way? At that angle, honestly, it's like, oh, guess you couldn't hear me. Guess you couldn't hear me that well. I guess you couldn't, I meant, but you know. Oh my. Okay, this person is. Yeah, you can see it, I guess. But it's like. There would be some light there. Like softer lights there. Like blending that whole area there. Like face reveal! Yeah, I'll do the D-pick reveal first before I do that. Okay. It's good. It's better. Not all things are like that. Okay. Like, there would be like, I guess I could out of this drawing draw like my own self. Know what I mean? But I think he'd be looking at her. So it's like at that point he'd just be it'd be more like this. I mean, and then yeah. Now sometimes when it comes to like things in our own lives, like, you know, when God is telling us something, we don't understand it in when it first happens, when he's first talking to us. First we think it's something else, and then other times like when it finally comes into our lives, it's like, oh, that's what it meant. Yeah. And you know, when you finally do discover all that, it's like, oh wow, it's all coming together. Now I know what it means. Well, that's all of us. Plenty of the times. Like, yeah, like that's exactly how it would look. Look more like that. And it's like, yeah, exactly. It's like you like use for hair. I'm only, yeah. You know, I, as much as I like talking about myself being Native American, I'm not somebody who likes to talk about, you know, different. Like I don't pride myself on being Native American. That's nothing I did to accomplish. I didn't do anything to be Native American. Now I could join the culture and things like that. Now again, that's actually quite interesting. Like what it is that like in many like indigenous cultures to the Americas, it's like if you don't strive with us, it doesn't matter if you know if you don't live with us, you don't know anything about you know us ethnically. It's like, yeah, we're sympathetic, but at the same time, you're not us because you don't strive with us, you don't know anything about us. So it's like we don't have any connection with you. You're as good as an outsider, but because you are ethnically a part of us, we heavily encourage you be part of us, join us, and so that's it's just sympathy. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. You know, I'm not gonna throw that all away for nothing. Know what I mean? It's like you are a part of this, so learn something of it. And that's what I want to do. You know, be like do something with it. It's something that is valuable. You know, if the people that you're a part of want you to come back, My family hasn't been back for generations. We were like from Mexico. And people don't know this, but it's like Mexico deported us out of Mexico to American reservations. And like Geronimo didn't like that. That's why he was like, no, F that. We're going back. Now, yeah, the Mexican government didn't like that. American government was like, what the heck happened? What, they're gone? It's like not all of them, but like Geronimo left and like he took with him a bunch of warriors with him. So okay, we can't have this. Mexico was like, it's like, dude, you dropped the ball. And America's like, look, we're trying to find him. All right. Yeah, like both the countries did work together to like, detain us. And people just don't want to accept that. They just want it to be like it's only the white man. So they both did it. They both did it. Brown man, white man, both did it. No one's innocent in this picture. I'm sorry. So that way today, that's why today when people go on about like this white guilt and white fragility, it's like, yeah, don't do that because you're not going to like where that can also be applied elsewhere. You say, well, they tell me all the time, you need allies. Like, no, I'm not going to be allies with somebody who's acting stupid or somebody who tells me who demands from me an alliance. I don't know anything about you. Who are you? Oh, you mean my ethnic peoples, your ethnic peoples. Well, first of all, one, we're not going to be friends with anybody who demands our allegiance. That's just slavery of another form, and we don't want that. No, you can go do whatever it is you want, but we're not like that. I'm sorry. Shut up. I know I don't speak for every native. I know I don't. I don't speak for every Apache. I know I don't. I don't speak for everybody. I know that, but I'm definitely not going to team up with anybody who says I need to forget the history. Because if you're not going to forget the history that certain people did, like white people. Why am I gonna do that for non-white groups? And like they say, oh yeah, well we're not talking about Mexico. We're waving other flags. What about that? It's like Honduras did the same thing. Chile did the same thing. We're not gonna no. So how about you stop talking about guilt of the past, period, and you just move on. Well, these things are affecting us today. Well, why are they affecting you? Yes, that's the question. Because nobody asks the question why. People like to deny Mexico did those things, but nobody ever asked the question why Mexico did those things. And it's like, look, I'm sorry, the Apache, my ethnic peoples, we were not the most innocent people ever. We weren't. We did pretty bad things in Mexico. And when people are willing to accept that, don't you ever think that the white man had to deal with that too? And they say, no. It's like, oh, shut up. They did. So it's like, I'm sorry. It's like, we were not the most innocent people ever. We were not savages, but there were times where we did act like that, yes. But there were also times where other cultures did the same thing too. So come on. To hear that from just white people and non-white people when they're trying to defend themselves, like, okay, look, everybody is barbaric. Now, I'm not going to lie, one is technologically less advanced in this scenario. That is true at that time, yes. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it, like the technology level that many Native Americans had was Stone Age. You know, I'm not here to be like sugarcoating things. Things happened. But the world is not, it's like you have to remember is that if you want people to be friends, you have to build these things. You can't demand these things. Of course, people matter. Nobody's trying to tell you that your life doesn't matter. And then it's funny because like when you talk to like Chicanos about this, and then like they're super ghetto and things like that, they say like, no, F your people. Okay, well then why would I ever be friends with you if your movement it involves people like that who say F your people. Why? I'd rather watch your whole movement burn. So I'm sorry, no. That's like, but here's the thing. None of this is of God. The world will do their own things. Should I be going to these places? No. Should I be going to converse with these people? No. But if I am, why don't I talk about Jesus? And why am I talking about things of the past that don't matter anymore? Of course they matter in terms of history, but these people focus too much on it. They say, oh, the things going on today. It's like, listen, things going on today happen for a reason. If you're not willing to accept those reasons and take a look at the past and be like, yeah, other people did those same things too that America and other countries are doing right now. It's like, if you're not willing to accept that maybe these actions are just normal for countries, then I don't think you're ready to accept responsibility. Like, why are these things happening? Again, you can't just blame people. People want to have their cake and eat it too. That's not true. Now, many Apache, despite we have blood feud with the Mexicans, it's like, come on, honestly. Come on. Many of us in San Carlos, in fact, well, that was not really. Anyways, many of us on San Carlos Reservation and many of the other reservations, look at the hairstyle. Look at the choice of clothes. Who do they look like? If you were to line up Apache amongst a bunch of other, you know, other ethnic groups, there's only one other ethnic group they're going to look like. And in fact, people who don't know what the ethnic groups are, they're just going to say these these certain groups, and then they're Mexicans. It's like, well, they got half of them right. The other half are not Mexicans, they're actually Apache Native Americans. And they'll be like, they look the same. It's like, yeah, they do look the same. They wear the same clothes, they have the same hairstyles. Some may be wearing headbands, and that's how you know the difference. They wear the headbands. Yeah, that's right, yeah. But those who don't know the difference might just think they're just cholos. They're not cholos, but hey. Yeah, exactly. Like Mexicans, like Mexicans don't even know about the Apache, but the Apache know about the Mexicans. Mexicans are like, who? Like, who? They don't know who. Doesn't matter. But I think it's funny. For the Mexicans, time has healed. For Apache, some of it has, some of it hasn't. But Mexicans, they don't even care anymore. They really don't care. So like, Apache, just give it up. But at the same time, many white people don't even know of like their own history, and yet they apologize for it for no reason. It's like you don't even know. And yet, if you were to go digging into a lot more of this stuff, you might find like, no, no, that was actually justified, or like it wasn't that bad. It's like no, because it was this and that. It wasn't like the Holocaust, despite the Holocaust was found its inspiration from the Armenian genocide, as well as what the United States did to many tribes. The like the ghetto thing is what Hitler was trying to emulate. Like the long walk, what the U.S. did to the Navajo, which are called Dene. And yeah, things like that. Like the subjugation of many Native Americans is what Hitler was trying to emulate. execution of the Jews he took from the Armenian genocide. And the ghettos thing, that subjugation, that's what he took from Native American subjugation. You know. So that's what, that's where that comes from. So like, it is like, yes, people who do know about that, they say like, oh, Hitler got his ideas from to do the Holocaust by studying what America did to the Native Americans, what the white man did to Native Americans over here. It's like both yes and no. It was a subjugation he was referring to, not the execution, because America didn't execute the same way. No. Cultural genocide, absolutely. The United States did that. Absolutely. If we're talking about dismantling entire culture, entire language, type of way of life, yes, the United States did that. Absolutely. People talk about Trail of Tears, okay, but yes, Trail of Tears, absolutely, is not an intentional killing of people, but it is, it is, like, they didn't intend to kill people, but they did know that deaths would occur by just telling them get up and move. They didn't take any water, any food, or any supplies, anything with them. They just told them get up, move. And they told this wasn't the Trail of Tears is famous for the Cherokee, the most famous out of those 5 nations that were told to literally get up and move. And we're not just talking about tribes. We're talking about a nation. Imagine the entire population of Belgium getting up and moving halfway across Europe by just saying get up, move. Leave everything behind, just get up and move. Yeah, that is essentially what happened. Now, it's not the entire population of Belgium, but imagine the entire population of Kosovo just getting up and move. Or, Sicily getting up, move. Know what I mean? Like, people are gonna die on this trip. It's like, yeah, it's not our problem. It's like, whoa! Thanks, Andrew Jackson. Yeah, there's like, I don't know why they chose to put him on the $20 bill, but he's there. Know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I love America. I absolutely do. It's a wonderful nation. It's a nation that utilizes many indigenous laws, indigenous things. It's great. We had an imprint on this nation. Its foundation. It's great. It sucks that many of those imprints were, those things, those foundational uses were used against us, but it doesn't matter. Times have changed. But I find it funny that the only ethnic group to ever look themselves in the entire mirror and say, wow, I think we were the bad guys. It's like, yeah. You never hear that from the Chinese or any other ethnic group. You never hear that. The Chinese want to rule the world, and some part of me would be like, well, why not? Because, they're pretty awesome people. But, I don't want to live under that rule. The people of China, when they get enough money, they move out of China. They don't want to be there. That's why they come to America. That's why they want to study in America. Know what I mean? It's like, if you want to go live in China, go live there. Like if you love China so much, go back, go live there. People say that's racist. It's not. It's like, it's just reality. If China's so great, go back. There's nothing. It's like if people that are American Japanese want to talk bad about America because what America did to their ethnic ancestors. It's like, really? You know, there's a country over there called Japan you can go. Like, if you're like, why be in this country? And then yet they talk bad about it, and it's like, if you don't like it, why don't you sell your house, go somewhere else, and give it back to whatever nation was here before the United States? People are not familiar with that terminology and that type of mindset. So they'll think, what nation was here? And it'd be like, the Native American nations? Hello? But if you really don't like America, why are you here? So I would fight and die for this nation. But to be honest, like at the end of the day, like I love America, but I am a Christian. Is America in the Bible? Overtly? No. Is America overtly someplace that, you know, is important to biblical prophecy? No. Is it someplace that that Jesus Christ is going to come to? And, you know, is it more important than Jesus Christ? No. Okay, then. Does it matter? No. Okay. God raised this nation up for a reason. And this nation was dedicated to the Lord Jesus Christ, and he can do with it as he pleases. He told us in the last days that they would hate us for our God. They would hate us for everything. Those who preach the Lord Jesus Christ, the world will be against us just as much as it was against Jesus. The servant is not above the master. If they persecuted the master, they will persecute the slave. I'm a servant to the Lord Jesus Christ. So I'm sorry. This nation is beautiful and wonderful, but it doesn't pale in comparison to my God. The things that are to come in the future. God promised us so much in this world. God gave us so much in this world, but we could have everything, but not everything is for our benefit. We could have everything, but have nothing. Know what I mean? Here I am playing an ecchi game, talking, like, spitting in things about the Bible. Know what I mean? Yeah? Those were amazing, but you know. One day I will be married and I will have a wife with very nice ones too. I will love my wife and I will care about her. God has someone for me. Yeah. He showed me one day. All I can say is, be still and know that he's God. I love God. It is just amazing to know that my Savior is there for me. You know, I saw something interesting on Instagram. I do not agree with where he was going with the video. It's like, I'm sorry, Jesus... Like, people say the same thing about, like, Jesus being white or black. It's like, okay, he wasn't white. Alright? And he definitely wasn't black. I'm sorry. Like, Jesus was as much black as he was Native American. In fact, I love when people argue about that nonsense. I say, nope, Jesus, nope, he was Native American. He was a red man. He was a Native American. People look at me and be like, "You white?" No, I'm Native American. You may think I am white because I look white. I am Native American, dude. All right. Jesus was Native. He was an Indian, an American Indian. When he crossed the Sea of Galilee, he actually crossed the Atlantic Ocean. I say it jokingly, but this video I was watching, he's talking about Adam and Adam and Eve's skin color. How do you know what Adam and Eve look like? And then I'm just like, like what? He's going over dirt, and then I'm like, but he's playing Indian music in the background, and I'm just like, okay, I know where he's going with this. Like red. Yes, red is very important to Native American culture. It's very important. So when people say red skin as like an insult, like you don't know the history. In fact, like yes, it was the Department of Education that tried to teach us that it's an insult. Because back in the 1880s when the Department of Education was first invented, it was trying to decolonize us from trying to decolonize us from our own culture and colonize us to a different culture. The Department of Education has not produced anything good for America for a really long time. And all its invention was to dismantle an entire group's culture. And you see this in all of the stuff from beforehand. Like, let's take a look here. Native American boarding schools, right? 1880s. Native American boarding schools. Let's look at that. Forced assimilation. Tried to do all of that to us. Kill the Indian, save the man. Mainstream American culture. They tried to force this upon us as an entire group. People don't like to tell, that this was done by the Department of Education at the time. This is what it was doing. So when people cry and say like, "Oh, Department of Education's gone," it's like, do you want to keep an institution that was racist? Look at all this. Now, I will say this. In hindsight, let's really analyze it for a moment. Killing the culture of Native Americans is wrong. Forcing them to assimilate to your ways is wrong. Now, if you're teaching them and they willingly choose to do these things, you're just actually teaching them things. Like literally, just teaching them math and all these things. They can choose to come dressed as this. Or they can choose to stay dressed like this. Where's the one I was at earlier? They come as this. They don't have to dress like this, but this is dress code. As long as but I don't like this is dress code, but this is their culture. Fine. Just wear undergarments, and they should be fine. Dress like this. It's fine. Come in, learn mathematics, other things like that they will need to learn when interacting with, white American culture. Or just larger American immigrant culture as a whole. Just American culture. Americana. Do that. That's what I would do. But that's because I care. Because people have to remember that these are different nations. Nations, cultures, entire different groups. They're not going to do the same thing you want. Now, technically speaking, this is at Department of Education point, you know, 0.1 erasure, harsh discipline and abuse. There was a lot of evil done in those schools, taking advantage of young kids too. But when looking at the world around them, I'm not gonna lie, like the technological level, when left unchecked, with the Native Americans, I'm not saying they're gonna spread stupidity. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that it's Stone Age technology. Not saying it's gonna teach other people to be like that. No, 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 no. Other people would just have advanced beyond them. And if there were raiding practices, nobody knows what a raid is, right? Okay, well, a raid, you go in there, you take everything you want. You can't have, like, I'm sorry, it's like, you can't have an entire nation behaving like barbarians in that manner. So I get that, I understand that. And that all that would do is create violence. And if they're not gonna be, taking lives, which plenty of times did not happen, they did take lives. Not saying that it would happen all the time, it wouldn't. It clearly wouldn't, but there were times where there was lives taken during raids. And slavery, like not the white man doing slavery onto the red man, but the red man with, certain tribes doing slavery to other people in the region, like Mexicans, white man, yeah, and other tribes. It's like you can't have a rogue culture like that. It's like you can't have, a rogue nation doing that. It's like you can't do that. So like you can see why Mexico and the United States teamed up against people like the Comanche and the Apache. Because my ethnic peoples were not the greatest people in the world. And I mean the more specific one, the Apache. You know. So you can't really have a rogue nation doing that. Now, it's kind of hypocritical coming from the United States, but the United States wasn't doing slavery at that time. Now, there was crop sharing at the time, which is AKA low tier. But there were white people in the crop sharing too. It's essentially like big farms and big corporations taking advantage of the little guy. People highlight there was a lot of black people. Well, yeah, that's because, you know, when you come out of slavery, it's like, what else are you going to do? You don't know any other skills. So you just go back to the same plantations that you grew up on and worked as a slave without pay to only go back. Well, some of them were paid even during slavery, and that's how many of them bought their own freedom. But you didn't need to buy your freedom as an American. That is awful. But many of these former slaves went back to the same plantations that enslaved them and maybe even paid them as, a slave's pay, in other words. But still, to only receive a slave's pay. Many black people were in this economic hole because the government freed them, tried to give some of them a little bit of something, but it wasn't enough. The government at the time wasn't big enough. America's government still isn't big enough because the population of African Americans has exploded in comparison to American population back then. All I can say is that, you know, it's still like there are remnants of these things that still do affect black people, but there are many black people who moved out of the South during the Great Migration, and they went north and they found other jobs. There was discrimination because a bunch of white people back then were like, "Nah, we don't hate like black people. That's a Southern problem. Like, we don't know anything about them." Then when they get actual interaction with them, it's like they're different. And we have different groups working together, you're gonna have discrimination because us versus them, like, oh, you're one of them. Oh, I'll help you, but not as much as I would help someone of my own. Maybe they might not really hate them. Maybe it's just like, cool, you do you. Like they got it all worked out when they don't got it worked out. I mean, people are people. But a lot of people don't want to get involved in other people's stuff. They don't sacrifice for each other. So, but anyways, I bring all of that up just to be like, yeah, discrimination in America is more complex than just racism, despite that is the underlying throughout all of the ethnic divisions between people. That is the underlying thing. It is racism, and it's also not racism. But when looking at the whole chart of civilization and how civilizations operate, of course, you can't have multiple civilizations operating the same land. It's just never been that way. You could have different groups within a civilization, but not different civilizations living together under the same banner. You can't. Somebody has to be submissive to somebody else. So I can see why, because the United States didn't want to, because before their method when it comes to Native Americans, it was just take the land through unfair treaties or war, move them elsewhere. Now, since you've conquered all of it, you can't really have these populations still there. So you can try to assimilate them, make them part of you, but when you're forcing that, that just doesn't end well, because it never works. When you force someone to be like you, it has to be done willingly. So that's what I would say. People are people. You cannot force them to be something that they're not. If it's done willingly, people will do it willingly. End of story. So yeah. People are people, man. Department of Education has a complex history. This is 1.0. 2.0 came out in the 60s, I think. Borrows a lot from 1.0. It's not the same as 1.0. Should be someone's argument. But because no one knows their history, I will say, no, Department of Education was created in the 1880s. Or 1830s, I mean. Sorry. 1830s. No, 1860s, wasn't it? Yeah, something like that. And they'll be baffled because they'll go look it up. And they'll be like, oh yeah, it's created in the 1960s. And I'll be like, oh yeah? Department of Education 1830s or something like that. And Google will point it up and will show you, yep, it was created then. And they'll be baffled like, what? Despite we're not technically talking about the same Department of Educations. There are two of them. But yeah, they both borrow from the other one before it. So people who are pro Department of Education really, really do not know their history. They say we're against racism. Oh, you should not be for the Department of Education then. It's not the same. Those who do know the history. But the thing is that it borrows from it. And if you think America is evil because in the past they only had white landowning men voting, it's like, well, first of all, that is not racist. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, because you need to know who, like, there was no IDs back then. Who's in your system voting, making these changes? Can't just be anybody. Men go fight and die, and they're to be drafted for war. So yeah, they will be the ones voting. Women don't go to war. I'm sorry, you don't vote. Because of that, I'm sorry. Landowners, well yeah, because you have a stake in the taxes and the things going on because you own property, which is affected by the government, which the government greatly affects your possessions. So therefore, you have a stake in things going on. Those who don't own land, it's like, yeah, of course I'll vote. I go to war, right? Okay, of course. Therefore, I vote. I'm a man. I go to war. Okay, cool. I don't own property. You know what? I'm just going to vote in favor of me getting property. See what I mean? It's like, no, 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 no. You need a way to have people have a stake in the voting system so that way they care about the voting system. That's the reason why. Just give everybody land. It's like, well, land isn't free. You got to fight for it. And if we're not expanding the borders of the newly free independent nations of the independent nation, the United States, if you're not expanding those borders, you got to take it from somebody that's currently alive, which we will throw you in jail for, or you can take it from somebody else, somebody we might be at war with. Just saying. That would be American Indians, Native Americans. So yeah, that's why there was some wars there. Things like that. It's like, yeah, that's a contributing factor why. It's not the reason why. America always wanted to expand. Absolutely. The reasons why America declared independence is because of the same old tired nonsense of, kind of is nonsense, but it is forwards thinking, truly progressive, of being like, yeah, we will have no taxation without representation. Those who are taxed will be the land-owning man. But to be honest, when the nation got its independence, things did not change immediately. It was the same thing. That's why there was Shays' Rebellion. Shays or whatever it is. His rebellion happened. And it's like, yeah, they ended up having to clear all those debts because Shays' Rebellion, yeah, it was because it was just new management. Know what I mean? And it's like, it didn't change. Same system still in place. It's like, yeah, and people got mad. And so people burnt down the Capitol, I think it was. No, 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 it wasn't the Capitol. They burnt down stuff, and then it was like, well, no more debt. All the debt has been forgiven. Why is it forgiven? Because the people burnt it all down. It's like, yeah, I think America needs its second Shays Rebellion. Just saying, just saying. Because that's probably what's going to end up happening. You know. Because when it comes like mining, like there are new mines they're discovering with all like this new gold that was not tapped in. And it's like, dude, we have all this gold mines that are untapped. Silver, copper mines. And people are like, no, they've been dug dry. They're not. But the state of California, that is, and private corporations, big corporations, are closing up the mines. Why? Oh, simple. Because we'll go overseas to keep other corporations in business. And the state of California sure loves making deals with them corporations, so that way we can, keep those people in business. It's like, okay, but you heard, like, we could get out of so much debt if you just open those mines. But you know that you benefit from those mines keeping shut. People like say, oh well, like there isn't that much left. No, we're discovering new mines with untapped reserves. But the thing is, people don't know about those corporations that are essentially corporations that the state is working with. So again, if it's not the state messing with you, it's those private corporations doing it, man. So don't trust a libertarian when a libertarian tells you, no, corporations can do what they want. No, 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 they can't. End of story. I'm not going to let a corporation do whatever it is they want. No. Well, private business can do what they want. No, there are some laws and regulations. I'm sorry. I'm for laws and regulations. That's why I call myself a liberal. That's why I'm left wing. Like, that's why I do what I do. I'm sorry. Libertarians, you're wrong. You are just wrong. You're just wrong, and they just don't want to ever admit it. But I'm not going to fight libertarians so much. Why? Because they're nothing. They don't matter. But people do want to get mad. It's like, look, it's like, why haven't your ideas worked? People gravitate to the good parts of your ideas. And I like the libertarian movement. I don't hate them. But I'm left wing for a reason. I go after corporations for a reason. Not because I hate them. You need corporations. You need these things. People are people. I work for a business. You know, me and my boss not on best speaking terms right now, but he still cares about me. He told me that even when we're arguing recently. It's like, please, I don't need to be arguing with my boss. He says I am. I was like, please, I'm not. I'm just trying to say, please just tell me when there's some things happening. You know, like, so we can avoid some problems. He says to me, rightfully so, that you're telling me how to run my business. That's not how it needs to be. I'm like, okay, look, I'm sorry. That's not what I mean to do. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. That's not what I mean to do. Please forgive me. It's just you don't want to hear it, and that's fine. That don't need to be. He cares about me, and he told me that, look, right now you and I are just going through some slump. We'll work through this, but I need you to understand. He's right. He's right. Nope. No arguing with that. He's right. He's right. I'm sorry. Shut up. Do what your boss wants. All right. You know, I got to do that. I care about my boss. He's a great man. I love working for him. Shut up. Do what he wants. No, no. That's just how it is. Great man. Love him. Love him to death. For some reason, he calls me like a son figure. Okay. He says, I hope that you see me more than just my boss, you know, as a friend. I prefer not to do that. But it's like, you know, he cares. He shows it a bit. But right now he is going through some stuff, letting off steam. Alright, alright. Let him take off his steam. Yeah. Let him do what he needs. And I better do what my boss needs me to do. You know what I mean? Just stuff like that. I can fight and argue all I want, but that's not what you're going to do at a different business. I need to set an example. And that example is to just obey my boss. And that's right. He's not lying to me. Alright. He's not my friend. That's how I shouldn't view him. He's wrong in saying that. Hey, don't do that. My boss, my friend, you know, if you want me to call you my friend, I'll tell you this. I'm not your friend in this business. I'm your employee. I'll get through it. I'll do what you want. I'll do that. I'll do what you want. I'm not your friend in this business. Outside, yeah, we'll be buddies. Inside, I am just your employee. I will do what you want me to. So that's what's gonna happen. Don't, I don't like it? Tough. Like, tough. I better like it and I will like it. I won't do any of this anymore. Because, I was just trying to be like, I don't understand, but that's because I'm second guessing myself. He knows I understand. And he's trying to get me to understand. No, you do understand. Alright, alright. I'm just second guessing myself. Don't second guess. No. Yes. Alright, I can do this job he wants me to do. And I do it well. He's seen that. He tells me that. Do it. And I will. So, the world, and many of these young people, they need to understand a lot of that same thing too. People need to understand that, like, look, you can't come into the business wearing certain things, having certain things, because those things come with consequences. There's a reason why. It's a lifestyle. You're gonna have to, if that's your lifestyle, to dress like that, have those piercings like that, it's like you gotta take the consequences come with it. It's like, I'm sorry. Like, that's the way things are. Corporations for a long time have been afraid to speak up and like, hey, look, this is unsanitary for our stuff. Because like, yeah, like a lot of sweat does come off those nose rings. Know what I'm saying? It's kind of unsanitary. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna, you know, I want to be what I can, the best that I can be. And so, yeah, no one, learn from my mistakes. You should also be learning from my boss's mistake. Do not make friends out of employees. They're employees. End of story. But don't do what I did. Argue with my boss. Do not. And if he says you are and you may want to fight and say, no, I'm not, don't do it. Don't give a damn. I'm on better terms with my boss now. But still. But still. Don't do it. All I can say is thank you, God, for helping me get with my boss, whatever relationship I have now. Where our relationship is now. That's all I can say, Lord. Thank you. You've helped me so much. Please fix my relationship with my boss. That way, if I ever have to leave this place, business, it's better than where it was. He's a good man, God. And I know you know that. Other people are praying for him as I am. We all know that. Yeah. Me, I love people. My boss does too. He's kind of like a child a bit in that sense. No! Don't tell me you love me. Don't tell me you care about me. I'm your employee. Don't do that. My boss invited his friends to be in the business. It's like, why you do that? No, I'm telling too much. Too much. Talk about Native Americans again. Talk about other stuff. He's a great guy, though. Love my boss. Great man. Sees me like a son. Don't believe it. But he said it. He says, whatever, man. He cares. That's cool. He a good man. But you know how it is. Fathers and sons fight with each other all the time. So it's like, yeah. Did he expect anything like this? No. He wants, he says I'm like a son figure. Well, you now know what it's like to have a son. All right, now he knows what it's like, but it's like, yeah, yeah. I love him. He's great. I don't want to hurt him though. All right, I think I'll go do something else in the black eye, or is it just the base colors? Because I'm just painting here, and I'm just like, wait a minute. I'm scribble painting as if it's like oil. Now, she is anime. In my stop motion project, the art style that I use, I use my art style, but I use anime to distinguish between East Asian and Westerner. So it's like, and because it works, because in the storyboard, yeah, that's what I do, but there aren't that many Westerners in the storyboard, it's just one. But in my stop motion, they're Western toys, for like Americans and like people from America and Britain, other parts of the world, right? Okay. So when it comes to people who look anime, because like Figma, Toy Line, and SH Fig Arts, they have a lot of anime figures, and so it's like, hey, like that one's an anime figure. Yeah, that means they're East Asian. East Asian look, like the people always want to make fun of East Asian people and say they have slanted eyes. I don't see slanted eyes. But I do like those features. I think they handsome features. They like the girls. They have beautiful features. I think they're beautiful, but you know, some people might think that's a fetish. It's like, well, look, I want to have offspring with them. I like the way the babies look. That's selfish. It's like, how's selfish? Because you're not thinking about your kids. Kids be made fun of. You're only thinking about yourself, not thinking about your kids. An Asian family. Okay. So I'm sorry you guys don't like it, but it's like I just like Asian women because I like the way the babies look. Is that a problem? Apparently, yes, to some people. Why are you drawing the nose that way? It's like my nose. Yeah, that's what I'm just doing there. Indiano. I don't hate them. I don't want to argue with them. Friends and family members. There's a little concern about me. And then they're like, well, we'll laugh at your kids when they're here. Laugh at my kid. Why? Because they're Asian? I'm not married yet, but, you know, I like Asian women. Asian women don't like me, though. A lot of women don't like me. It's fine. Go from being bent, if you know what I mean, to being the other, like, to now being straight, and it's like, there's no one for you. But God has someone for me. Oh, his cheekbone's so high. Look at all that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, my cousin married an Apache. She's actually from San Carlos. She hears how my family says, "Yeah, we're Cherokee," because we actually do have Cherokee on my grandfather's side, but we just aren't too familiar with the tribes that we actually were from. We know only of recent we know that my father is Apache, and I always knew we were Apache. It's just that I now we have confirmation. Yes, we like yeah, we are. That makes sense. And because like you know they're from Mexico, a family has lineage from Mexico, but northern Mexico. Well, we are. All right, so should I do my face out of that? Yeah, right. Well, okay. Yeah, like so do like the okay. Just another anime face then. So this isn't gonna be a realistic face then, right? I've just been doing this for hours and just realizing It's not going to be realistic. So she's delivering pizza to me. Not so much a fan of that tiny nose. Yeah. Yeah, I know what a lot of people looking at. Not gonna lie, those are like if it's big from one side of the pizza box to the other side of the pizza box. Like those are some big things, man. It is starting to get late though. Late night streaming indeed. Guess I'm done drawing for right now. Oh, cool. You are a girl with good music, man. I know. Roomba. Alright, we're gonna go back. What's here? Seriously? What do you got for me? Yes, I don't answer messages with girls. Comes to women, I'm just... if they're not the one, you know what I mean? And it's like, how do you know it's the one? Well, there could be many ones. Okay, shut up. First of all, it's like, for me, it's like I just need a spiritual intervention. It's like, really? Yeah. You know, it's like, sit back and remember who my God is. He guides my every step, whether or not if I know it or not. So it's time to start trusting in the one who actually orders the steps. Alright, he is not a fool. There we go. One exercise. Boobies, 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 boobies. Like, you know. In my mind, when I see anime characters, I think they're Asian. So, four pairs of big boobies. Great. Nice Asian ladies. Nice. Okay. What about all this? Nice ladies. Nice. Do they love Jesus? That's the question. No? Sorry. Yeah, we just saw her. Attack the weak. Indeed, this German Asian girl here. Dang, dude. They just annihilated him in seconds. Yeah, you did it, girl. Um, out of all of them, I like the one in the background. Cat girl, no. One in green, nice. In fiction, I like blondes. In reality, black hair. This girl, nice. No, no, no. I end up in jail. No. Lolly jail. It's like, yeah, gross. Are my guys really dying to this? My girl's really dying to this? Come on now. Well, my girls are on fire. Not just because they sexy, but because, like, man, dude, they really pounded it to us. Yeah, okay, no. No, we're kicking their butt. Come on. Let's go. Out of all these girls, this the one playing cards with me is great. All right. What the? Why is there laughing? Nimi, girl. Uh-uh. Die. Oh, wow. Bismarck. Wow, thank you. Just annihilated them. Cool. Received something in the mail. Tire 2 ships? Absolutely. Well, not today. Cool. Awesome. Also awesome. White hair says grandma, but like his grandma is pretty fine, if you know what I mean. Demon girl, no. Oh, hold on. Let's go over here. Blue-haired girl. She cute. Red-haired girl. She Irish. She cute. What happened to your eyes? Oh, demon girl. Stay away from you. Definitely stay away from you. She just has something in her hair. German girl, huh? She probably right wing AF. Know what I mean? She probably wants to bring back the German Reich. It's hot. Only as a joke, but like seriously, uh, I'm super left wing, so when it comes to like a real fetish, it's like if a woman is right wing AF, like I'm not gonna lie, that is hot for me. It's like that is attractive. It's like, not interested in white women. But if she was ever like gotta bring back the German Reich, things like that, Aryan supremacy, I'd be like, people probably looking at her being like, you crazy, and then probably looking at me like, don't you dare, and I'd be like, look, if I marry her, I show her who's boss in the bedroom. All right, like she won't be hurting anybody. Oh, like the French girl here. Very nice. Catholic AF. Sorry, but she'd be born again. Grandma here. Attractive. Very nice. Beautiful. No, she's not grandma. But she has gray hair. She cute. This one here, very nice. Something happened in your eyes, but awesome girl. Very cool girl. Awesome. Go to school. Nice. Japanese samurai sword. Imperial naval jacket, probably right, probably nice, well mannered, polite. Probably underneath all this facade, right wing AF. Probably wants to restart the empire. Probably wants to restart the empire, and probably wants to make me happy 7 days a week, 3 times a night, one bedroom. Oh, 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 that's messed up. Nobody got the reference. Nobody got the reference, but I'm like, yeah, people from China and Korea are gonna hate me. Oh, that's messed up. That's like saying the comparison of like that South Park episode where like Cartman was told he couldn't keep his mouth shut, and like, all right, he's like, no, I'll do it. I'll prove you'll keep my mouth shut. All right, cool, because his a friend of one of the main characters is coming, cousin of the main character is coming over. Because the main character, one of the characters is Jewish, and he's very Jewish. The guy that's coming over, Cartman can't keep his mouth shut, right? And so like the guy ends up saying like, the guy that comes over at some point in the episode, it's near the end of the episode, he's like, guys, I can't concentrate. And then Cartman nonchalantly says, well, maybe they should send him to a concentration camp. Oh no! Oh no! That's the comparison I just made. Like, Group 731, if you don't know anything about them. Wow. Let's go. Group 731. Unit 731. Also officially known as Manjuu Detachment 731. Also refers to as the Kamo Detachment. And the Ishii Unit. Secret research facility operated by the Imperial Japanese Army between 1936 and 1945. It was located in Pingfang District, Harbin. In China. And the Japanese puppets say a Manchukuo. Manchukuo, now part of northeastern China, and maintain multiple branches across China, South and Southeast Asia. Dang, dude. They're responsible for large-scale biological and chemical warfare research as well as human experimentation. It was led by General Shiro Shi and received strong support from the Japanese military. These activities included infecting prisoners with deadly diseases, conscious dissections, performing organ harvesting, testing hypobaric chamber, amputating limbs, and exposing victims to chemical agents and explosives. Prisoners, often referred to as logs by the staff, were mainly Chinese civilians, but also included Russians, Koreans, and others, including children and pregnant women. No documented survivors are known. An estimated 14,000 people were killed inside the facility itself. Additional biological weapons developments by Unit 731 caused the deaths of at least 200,000 people in Chinese cities and villages throughout. Though deliberate contamination of water supply, food, and through deliberate contamination of water supply, food and agricultural land. After the war, 12 units of 37 of 731 members were tried by the Soviet Union in 1949. Khabrovosk war crime trials and sentenced to prison. However, many key figures, including Ishii, were granted immunity by the United States, including their research data. Harry S. Truman administration concealed the unit's crimes and paid stipends to former personnel. Wow. And like on 20 on 28th of August 2002, Tokyo District Court formally acknowledged that Japan had conducted biological warfare in China and held the state responsible for related deaths. Although both the US and Soviet Union acquired and studied the data, later evaluations found it offered little practical scientific value. Okay, we know a lot because of what they did. It's unfortunate, but you know. Dark, wide, large. That's my preference. So yes, when I make jokes being like I would like this girl probably wants to please me 7 days a week, three times a like 7 days a week, 3 times in one bedroom. Wow, that is a dark joke. This chick here, like, are those earpieces or something? All I can say is that she's a conductress, you know. Not so German looking, but you know, all right, cool. Probably wants to bring back the German Reich, but you know, I don't know if she appears to be right wing as like the other girl. I think she just whatever's. This one here probably wants to bring back the French monarchy. You know what I mean? That type of right wing AF. Oh wait, hold on. Let's go back to 3. This one here, British, probably doesn't want to bring back the monarchy to the absolute monarchy. Probably doesn't, but probably is at a brothel. This one here, however, she might want to restart the empire, the British Empire. This one here, she's probably wants to reform probably thinks that the greatest time in German history is probably the Third Reich, maybe. Or maybe she probably thinks that it was the German Empire. You know, restart the German Empire. This one here definitely wants to bring back the Third Reich. This one here definitely right-wing AF. This one here probably doesn't care. Probably would surrender. This one here is American princess. You know, very nice. Demon girl. No. Another demon girl. No. Another demon girl. No. Ah, this one here probably wants to bring back the Italian monarchy. She's dressed very much like she's not for Mussolini. Yeah, she's more like the Italian monarchy. But like, all right, that's right wing, I guess. I don't think she's that right wing. Probably think she's royalty herself. This one probably wants to bring back the Qing Empire. If I were to marry this one here, she'd probably rule the bedroom like Titi herself, like the Titi. Empress of China. Yeah. Probably she wants to rule like that. This French one here. Where's the hair? She's supposed to be a hairy lady. But anyways, she's French, right? Don't know. This one here probably pretends to be a demon. She seems like small lady. Feisty. This one here, probably an angel. This Russian here probably wants to restart the Soviet Union. Probably a mad scientist from Russia, know what I mean? Wants to help Putin reclaim the Union, know what I mean? This one here, I don't think very positive things of her. Yeah. One, she has like this angel vibe going on here, which is beautiful, like one, but oh, metaphorical angel. I don't want to be looking at real angels. American cyborg girl, I think. She's beautiful. She's pretty. Demon girl, no. She demon girl? Yeah, this is a demon girl. She demon girl? Maybe. Go to school, child. Why are you here? Is this a young woman or is she just whatever? I'll say she's a young woman. This one here probably wants to restart the empire in the east, if you know what I mean. Joking. This Italian one definitely does not want to restart the Roman Empire, or maybe she does. As goddess Venus, probably wants to be worshipped, but no, that's like a complex she has there. Nah, this one here, she's a Soviet girl, Russian girl. Nah, French monarchy. Okay, out of these bunches, to be serious though, who would be a nice fit? I would think this one. I would think this girl. But if this one is like a teenager just going into high school, is she 18? All right, cool. Too young for me, but you know. This one here, more mature. I think that one. Absolutely. Oh my, I forgot. She's new. Wow. Demon girl. No. Feisty. Like her, but nah. What's this? Vittorio. Go to school, girl. Seriously. What are you? Teenager for sure. Early college, yeah. Whoa. You need to put some clothes on, girl. Whoa. It's like Gabriel Iglesias would joke around. Hooker. Like, alright. Don't know what to make of that. Seems to be some good stuff, though. I telling you. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, you need to go to school, girl. That's good. Alright, what we got? Perfect. It's cool. No. Let's go there. Can limit break. Just one? Just one? Alright, I'm limit breaking this one here. Actually, no. Super rare. Super bad. Perfect. She all good now. It's all ogre now. Funny. It's all ogre now. It's all here. For you, little lad. It's done. I had my music. What is that? Oh. 2 hours. Alright, cool. I'm gonna go to bed. Yeah, I need to start going to bed far earlier than this because my classes start at 8. Not today, but in the future they do. Gotta get up at 6, right? So 4 hours of sleep. That's good. Nope. Get to bed so you can do some other stuff. This is a late night stream. Only getting 2 hours, and I went over a bit. So we're here. Did anyone else have a wedding dress? Pledge outfit. Anyone else? Mm-hmm. Done there, done there, done there. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream very soon. Bye, guys. Yeah. Discard changes. Okay. Intermissions are over. I have to get going now. Thank you guys for watching so much. I don't know who viewed this one, but probably nobody. But hey, I love you all. I love you so much. Thank you for watching. It has been amazing. I love you guys. Whew. Oof, my goodness. God bless you all. God bless America and Godspeed everybody. Goodbye. And good night.